Oh, I'm Mike Berg. For my sales presentation, I'm going to be representing Escort Radar, and I'm going to be giving my sales presentation to Eli Rosenell, a Garmin representative.
Come in!
Hello.
Oh, hi. Right over this way.
Hi, Mike Berg, Escort Radar.
Eli Rosenthal. Why don't you go ahead and take a seat right there, Mike?
All right, thank you. Eli, first of all, I just want to thank you for the opportunity of giving me time out of your busy schedule to see me today.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming in today. I look forward to hearing what you have to say.
That's great to hear because us at Escort Radar are really excited about what I have to offer you today. As you know, we are a radar detector company, and we were hoping today that we can incorporate our models with your GPS systems. As you might know, Escort Radar are one of the industry leaders in North America and one of the most prestigious and well-known radar companies. Does this sound like something Garmin would be interested in?
Mike, yeah, it's all sounding interesting to me, but you know what I want to know right now is how would incorporating radar detectors really be beneficial to Garmin?
Well, as you might know, competitors such as TomTom and Magellan currently do not offer radar detectors in their GPS systems. We believe this will give Garmin a competitive advantage over these companies and allow you guys to, take on a new market. As radar detectors are currently an untapped market in GPS systems. Recently, with the rise of speed cameras around North America, it's led to an increase in speeding tickets. This, of course, leads to an increase in the need for radar detectors. As you can see in this chart here, the top 10 U.S. trap cities, are mostly big cities. Detroit's on there as number one. Washington, D.C., Orlando. A lot of these cities are really tough to navigate through. That incorporates the GPS systems.
Mike, yeah, this is like I said, this is sounding interesting, but at Garmin we're a pretty large company. I think we have the resources that we could probably, if we wanted to implement radars, we probably could. Why is it that we should go with Escort in order to make radars if we decide to go down that avenue?
All right, you bring up a very good point there, Eli. Basically, using Escort products, you wouldn't need to use your own resources and funds in creating and developing your radar detectors. You also would be using Escort's brand name, which came out with many new, different, award-winning, high-performance radar detector models. As you can see, I brought a couple pamphlets along with me on them. The first one is the Passport 5900iX. This one has the only radar detector on the market that has the power of the internet and artificial intelligence to keep you up to date and ticket free. That's the first one. The next one is our Redline model, which in 2009 won the Editor's Choice in Popular Mechanics magazine. Then our next one is our probably our most popular model. It's the Passport 8500 X50. You can take a look at that one right there. All of these products have won numerous awards in magazines such as Car and Driver and Forbes. This would also provide customer certainty with both brand names Garmin and Escort being used on our products.
Mike, my question right now is, there's got to be some laws out there affecting radar use. How would we have to go in this as a marketing scheme? Are we going to be breaking the law if we add this aspect to our navigational devices?
Well, that's another very good question, Eli. And a common misconception is that detectors are illegal in most states. They're actually legal in almost every state except for Minnesota, Indiana, Kentucky, and New York. And in those states, all you need is a permit to actually own one. So for the most part, they're pretty accessible. Do you have any more questions for me, Eli?
Mike, actually I do. When you're talking about the speed traps in the top 10 cities, that's something that kind of caught my attention. Those speed traps, if it really is becoming a problem, then that may be something that interests me.
Oh, absolutely. Actually, in a lot of those big cities, like the ones I mentioned, they're actually starting to use them on the highway as well too, which would definitely make a point for someone to have a GPS system and a radar detection, together in their car, because then they can detect where the camera is going to be at, slow down to their speed they're going to at, avoid a costly ticket, and also they can navigate their way through a big city, going through, a lot of these cities on this map, have really complex road structures, and of course, the GPS systems have been very popular, and I think adding a radar detector to that would be all the more beneficial to the customer.
And one last question I had, Mike. Are you personally a user of both a navigational device and a radar detector?
Yeah, actually, I do have both in my car, and I use them both pretty frequently, which is why we got the idea that incorporating both into one system would definitely be beneficial to consumers.
And I assume your navigational device is a Garmin?
Oh yes, of course.
Thanks, Mike. I appreciate you coming out today. Obviously, we're a large corporation. I can't give you a yes or no right now. I'm going to consult with my people, so to say. And but I do appreciate you coming out and displaying this for me.
Well, Eli, I really appreciate you taking the time to hear me out today, and I look forward to hearing from you really soon.
Thanks, Mike.